My first assumption when a politician does something asinine is that their vision is skewed by the window, so to speak. Being a politician, they are automatically tainted by the power and thus incapable of performing their duties in line with the needs, wants, and desires of their constituents. However, Queen Karen out of New Mexico has done everything exactly to the letter out of phase with reality. And I have to assume that that is purposeful. I mean, it's not possible that somebody could be that dumb. Okay, hang on a second. Improbable. The term that I intended to use was improbable. So if she is not a dunce, which is a large assumption to be made, absent of any intrinsic motivation, as in she's not up for re-election anytime soon, why on earth would she step out and make such a fool of herself if she does not have any direct return? Well, either she has some kind of external motivation, or she's a double agent. And that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. But first, I got to do capitalism and pay the bills. Give me just a few seconds and I'll be right back. Kentuckiana Gunworks is best known for their research and development into lubrication technology. They use their enhanced reliability oil on a daily basis, but they've started to move into some other stuff, like, for instance, they recently came out with their slings, equipped with a fast adjust that allows you to get out of it really quickly. And they've also recently released their minimalist quick-released sling retainers. KGW offers VSO subscribers a discount, and you can find that information over at the affiliates page. Special thanks to them for making today's video possible. I mean, this lady is getting hammered from all sides, and rightfully so. And if you guys haven't caught up, what's going on now is, I put a short out late last week, she has amended the order of carry prohibition everywhere to be just in sensitive places. The problem with that, at least from the gun controller side, the reason they're hammering her is she has now fast-tracked the argument over sensitive places. So in places like New York and other communist bastions, the sensitive places situation is codified, as in it has gone through the legislature, it is law. Unilateral executive actions are much easier to pick apart at the court level. So all it takes to destroy her ability to enforce this provision is someone to sue and get a temporary restraining order, which they already have. On top of that, taking this to the courts now brings the issue of sensitive places to the court system. Currently, it is tied up in other places, and it's harder to challenge the legislative actions of a state body than it is to scrutinize an executive action. So what she has effectively done is fast-track the discussion, and all it takes to really blow up the next several years of gun control pushes on the left side of the aisle. I mean, the right does it too, don't get me wrong. They're not for your gun rights. They really are not. If you are under any illusion that those people actually care about your rights, think again. That's a caveat that we aren't going to hop into here today. All it takes to destroy the next several years of planned gun control pushes is one court somewhere to say, hey, you guys have taken sensitive places too far. Once you set that precedent, everything else that happens in every single court will be in conflict with that precedent. And that is how things go rapidly up the courts and find themselves to the Supreme Court. And they do not want such a thing in front of the Supreme Court. They want to stall that as long as possible. Looking now at the method, the public health emergency order thing, and its ability or inability to subvert the Constitution or limit the Constitution to a greater degree. Of all the methods that you could use, that one has to be the least tasteful to the broader American public, having just come off of everything that we went through a few years ago, the idea that the government is going to use such things to curtail civil rights is not popular whatsoever. Now, I will say this. I've been saying that they're going to redo this over and over and over, and that is going to become the new normal. And a lot of people said that people like me were conspiracy theorists. There it is. So they have just added ammunition to people like me's argument that this is a type of thing that is rife for abuse, and it is going to be reused and reused and reused. And I think that is the other side of why a lot of people on what I'm going to classify as her side of the argument are upset about, because I fully believe that we were a couple months away from that sort of cycle beginning again, if not this fall. I'm not going to reveal my sources, but the next round of is already in transit. And you know that whole thing is going to become, or at least they're going to attempt to make it a thing again. That is confirmed at this point in time. If you look anywhere of mainstream media, that you will see some mention of this, even just a little bit here, a little bit there, to massage it back into the public consciousness. The punchline is that Paper Tyrant here jumped the gun. Across the board, she jumped the gun. You never let a crisis go to waste, as they say. So the question is, was she put up to it? Is she trying to get impeached on purpose so that she can join the ranks of the zealotry or become a martyr, so to speak, for some larger purpose that she wants to get down the road? Maybe she's sick of being governor and she already got her payout and she just needs to sign a few things before she leaves office. I don't know. Or did she do it for a more noble purpose, to derail the current things that are coming down the pipeline, that we can all see coming down the pipeline? I don't know. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Is Queen Karen a double agent? And for the record, I don't condone this kind of behavior whatsoever. I just want to be clear that I'm not trying to white knight for this woman. I think that people like me saying that she's actually helping us hurts her more, because I believe that she is evil. Just want to make that clear. Make sure that everybody is on the same page and that y'all understand that I'm telling a joke. Thank you all for watching, and hopefully we'll see you on another video here at the VSO Gun Channel.